So the next book I'm going to review is about an Indian author, and she's a Pakistani author, Maryam Alam, and her book is Haunted by Obsession. I'm going to give the link down below in the description box. You can check it out. Assalamu alaikum guys, hi there, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today we are doing this long due Jan into Feb wrap up, and I know I'm late again, but obviously it's Ramadan, and Ramadan just make my routine turn into a 360-degree spiral. Okay, so obviously the routine has changed, and the timetables of the kids has changed, the timings of offices and schools are changed, and everything is changed around us. So obviously we have to cope up with that thing as well. And but now I'm settling down. I feel I'm getting a gist of it. Okay, so today we basically are going to do a review of 6 books, not the whole 12 or 13 books that I have planned, because I have read like almost around 13 or 14 books in the month of Jan to Feb. But if I'm going to review each one of them in this vlog, then this vlog is going to be like 1 hour vlog, and obviously no one is going to listen to 1 hour vlog. So I'm going to split this vlog in 2 parts. And so part 1 over here, for part 1 we have 1 2 3 4 5, so basically 6 books over here. So the first book that we are going to do is Not in Love by Ellie Hazelwood. And I'm telling you, this book, the friendships in this book, the betrayal, the trust issues, the traumas, and everything is in such a perfect balance. And this is like the first book of Ellie Hazelwood that I read that has less of comedy and more of like serious life issues and abandonment issues, this kind of, you can say, trust issues and all that stuff, and the betrayal going on. I just love the book. I just love how Ellie Kilgore, the MMC, is, and I love how Rui, our FMC, is. How she's unapologetic, how she is just the way she is, and how Ellie approached her. How they both the personalities are total like opposite to each other, but still they are there for each other. Okay, and how they just get over with the betrayal and with the shattered hearts that has like when they come to know about the betrayals and things, and how they mend themselves. That's such a good story, such a great story, and you will love to read this one. The only thing I didn't like this book was a lot of spice. They were like sprinkled like this. I was like, okay, okay, might be possible the spice is there for the development of the book, but sometimes I feel like it's like just over there. Like I felt that it was totally uncalled for, and it wasn't that much needed, but it could have been progressed without the spice scene as well. I feel like that. So because of just that thing, I'm giving this one as 4-star. Otherwise, it is a 5-star book. Okay. So the next thing over here that we are gonna review is second book, Shatter Me. First, we have reviews this one, Not in Love. Sorry, I'm right now. It's sleepy. I'm so sleepy right now because it's almost 2:45. Yeah, it's 2:45 a.m. and I have to make suhoor as well. That's why I like literally I don't want to sleep. So I had got some time and I squeezed this vlog in that time. So just bear with me if I'm not showing you the books or I forgot to like show you the books or anything like that. So the second book over here we have is this Shatter Me. Okay, and this Shatter Me is on my TBR since God knows when. I don't know. It's on my TBR since last year. Okay, so the girl over here, Juliet, she has some lethal superpowers. Like she can touch anyone and that person dies instantly. Yes. So that's why, because of the whole that reason, she has been held captive by the reestablishment, a totally new government after the post like destruction that happened in the world. Some disaster happened in the world, and then this reestablishment took over and promised to make the world a better place. And as they took over, they are really very invested. Especially Aaron Warner is very invested in like to know about Juliet, about her superpowers. So how can he use her and all that stuff? Okay, in the prison when she was held captive, she met her childhood crush, Adam, as well, right? And over there she was like she realized that she like didn't get over him. She was liking him since childhood, but as she cannot touch anyone, she cannot approach him as well. She thought that, but there are some serious things gonna happen and serious stuff gonna happen that will twist your mind. And there will be equation between Aaron Warner and Juliet and Adam. So this is going to be an interesting equation when you will read it, and you will be hooked to it. Okay, so for me this book is a solid 4.5 star. The next book over here that we have that I read in this year is this one, Divine Rival. And oh my boy, what can I tell you about this book? This book is divine in its true sense. I cannot tell you literally. This book is the perfect blend of the hard choices, the slow burn, the yearning, the lifelong commitments, the truly for like the true essence of love and everything. This book is all about that. Okay, so the Roman kit, the main protagonist, literally have me over here in this book. The moment when he risked everything in his life, when he risked everything, his job, his career, everything in his life for Iris, and went to the place where Iris was. And I must say that Iris was also there consistently in his life and supporting him through all the thicks and thins. All in all, the couple is so lovable. The duo is so adorable, and the way they maturely deal with the things is literally commendable. And I love the thing that the plot of the book is literally the plot of the book. How can I explain it to you? Like, there's this plot that the two gods are rivals, and there's a war going on between two gods. And Roman Kit and Iris were acting as correspondents. They were acting as a part of this war. They were not the be all and end all of the war. They were not the whole center of the book. No, there were many characters as well going on. People who were dying, there were people who were injured, there were people who were losing their families, their perspectives and things. Everything was going on in this book. So you will say that it's not only from the point of view of Roman or Kit, but also when the war happens, how much we lose, how much we gain, and all that stuff. As a normal person, like Roman and Iris were the two normal person, and what they were losing, what they were gaining, it was all about this thing. So I just love this book, and this book stands 5-star for me. Okay, so after this book, basically, after reading The Divine Rival, I was so desperate to read the second part that I instantly jumped onto the second book of this series, The Ruthless Vows. Though I don't have the Ruthless Vow, you can say a hard copy, because it was so expensive over here. It was so expensive over here, I cannot tell you. So I just got it on Kindle, and I read it, and I thought that when it will be like cheap, I will buy it. So on Divine Rival, you were left on a cliffhanger, a bittersweet note, but a cliffhanger nonetheless. But in our Ruthless Vows, they will literally wrap up everything so beautifully, and all the loose ends and all the loose threads will be tied so beautifully. But as it is a kind of a realistic book, so there will be some bittersweet moments. There will be some moments when you will be like, what's gonna happen, and why it's happening, and why not everything is happy ending over here. No, this book is very close to the reality of fantasy. Okay, like we have when we are in the war in the real life, it is the same situation in the fantasy as well. So if we lose someone, we gain something from that situation as well. So it's just all about losing and gaining things. But over here in the second part, Roman and Iris have to be very careful. They had to be very careful. They were like standing in a minefield, and every step of there was so risky. It has to be so calculated that a single wrong step in that minefield can blow everything and anything. It was such a palpable tension. It was such a yearning of these two people that they cannot show everyone what they have in between them. They have to stay neutral, though being in love and though being in in a relationship. They have to be like neutral in front of everyone for the sake of the war, for the sake of their families, and for the sake of the things that are going on. So the yearning is totally to die for. I must say that this book, The Ruthless Vows, is not that much up to the mark as Divine Rival, but it is what it is. Okay, sometimes one duology, the one book duology is more better than the second one, but for me, it's a 5-star. I know I'm like a little biased because I'm just a girl who loves this book, who loves this duology, but when you will read it, you will get what I'm saying. Not everything has to be like wrapped up beautifully. Sometimes some of the scars are the reminder of how we survived. So the next book I'm going to review is about an NG author, and she's a Pakistani author, Maryam Alam, and her book is Haunted by Obsession. I'm going to give the link down below in the description box. You can check it out. Okay, the book starts on a very strong note of like showcasing the world of elites. The MMC and FMC both are the elite, and they are the business rivals. Okay, so they are showcasing their powers, and they have literally this hostility in their personalities. Their personalities are charged with hostility, and FMC and MMC couldn't bear even each other. But But during this whole competition to win the market space, to win the market segment, power, and all that stuff, how they fell in love, Ryman loses heart. The main protagonist, he loses heart in the way he put his heart on the stake, and then everything literally went south. And the emotions were so deep, they ran so deep that literally Marceline was swept away with it. Marceline is the FMC. Okay. So all in all, the setting of this book, the start of this book, how the book progressed is so good. If I'm reviewing this book as an indie author's book, okay, this is everything that we need for Into Enemies to Lovers. But one thing that I feel that is missing is the like the last part was wrapped up so hastily. It was so like wrapped up in a like hurry that I feel there was something lacking. I feel that there could be more substance to it because the couple was so adorable, and I felt the boy was morally gray. So I thought that there will be some mafia thing going on, or there will be some twist, there will be some turn, but it didn't come. So I felt like there was something empty inside me while I was just ending this book. There should be more. I thought there should have been more. So the last book over here that I'm going to review is also about from an NG author, and the book name is, I have written the book name somewhere because I don't have my Kindle with me. I was reading the book in my bed, and I just left it in my bed right now. The Light of Souls. Yeah, The Light of Souls. The book's name is The Light of Souls by Ellie H4x. That's her book name, the writer's name. Okay, Ellie H4x is the writer, and their book name is The Light of Souls. Yeah. And I'm giving the link in the description box below, so you can go on Amazon and buy her book as well if you like my review. So how the book starts. Basically, this book is the part of the Arcadian archive series, and this is the first installment over here. And this book is all the things, right, if you need in fantasy into sci-fi. Yes, this is my first time reading fantasy into sci-fi, and I kid you not, if you're interested in this genre, you will enjoy this book so much. The FMC Avery literally just ran away from the clutches of her evil guardian, and she landed into the place where she have to, in order to find her identity and to find her family background and all that stuff. And she landed to the place safely, and she got encountered by some very you can say hazardous and dangerous bots, metroids. Yes, so because it's a sci-fi into fantasy, so there are bots in this book. Okay, and she got attacked by the bots, but in the time she was saved by the MMC, and since MMC is in the soldier, and she will in the future get serious encounters with him in a very weird situations and circumstances. And because of those encounters, the MMC will get a bit skeptical about her, a bit doubtful about her. But from there, the story will start. It's kind of a slow burn found family thing, because when she will be over there in that city where she went to find identity, she will find some very adorable people who will be there for her. And those people were the old acquaintance of her mother, her late mother. Okay, so in the first few chapters, there is a setting you will see that there will be like a lot of explanation going out how this world, this post-apocalyptic work is working and all that stuff, and you might find it a bit boring, and then you feel like, yeah, I'm reading that much detail. But it's just few chapters, I'm telling you. You will understand that this was needed. This build-up was needed to understand what was coming. Okay, and as the things literally unravel, Ever learned some harrowing facts about her, some harrowing truths about her mother and herself, that she is also a mage, and her magic has been banned. She has been put up as that evil lord, that evil person who was her guardian, put a ban on her magic so that she couldn't perform her magic, and she could be tamed, and she could be like in control and all that stuff. So all in all, this book is very adventurous, very fun book, and it's an enemies to lover kind of book, a very slow burn, a very slow burn. And I'm a sucker for slow burn, so I just love it. So I'm sure if you like fantasy and to sci-fi thing, you will love this book. So that's it. That's all for today. Right now, I'm so tired. I am thirsty as well. So I'm gonna go have some water, have some hydration, and then I will start with the second part. And you just watch this first part over here, but I will shoot for the second part. And take care of yourselves. And happy Ramadan. Till we meet next time. Hasta la vista.